My name is Benta Diambongwai. Yes, basically from Kaler, the Kenyan of Nyanza. The area where I'm born, I'm not speaking from the area of birth. This is a place where I was born, and I loved my home very much, my mom and my brothers, and so usually just to live better and live comfortable and have a spirit of happiness in me, it always brings back the memory of youth, of childhood. So I like to share with my relatives, the grandchildren of my mother, the sons, so that we connect, my generation and their generation connect. Usually when I come, they call me Wire. Everywhere in the village I'm known as Wire. And now when I come, I dine with them, we take breakfast, we make stories, we joke. It's a kind of therapy, so it's a memory. That's why we have a small place here where I was brought up, so that when we come away from home away from home, it's like a recreational center, a museum that I want to remember the parents and generation, how they used to live, cook and eat, which has changed dramatically because people are now adapting to the new culture and forgetting the old. But all this is... Yes, as my parents' home are just nearby, not very far, maybe some kilometers from here. Since I love to visit them, and then I thought that the home is becoming too small. I had renovated my mother's place, but I thought, oh, if I love this area, there was a place that I had that they were selling very cheap in those past years. We decided to buy it as a family to become a recreational center for a museum where we are going to do the remembrance, so that we have our generations are also growing, my brother's generation is growing. So I wanted to keep closer to my parents also, and to bring my generation, my people in Kisumu, so that they come here and see the area, because that would be congested area. But here we put it a home for only feeling good. I don't know, like where you have breezes, you plant trees, you put the museum, something that they can enjoy to see. Kalere is basically, before it was called Kadem. When I was going to school, I never used to say Kalere because it was not known. It's not yet known now, although it has become independent from Kadem. It's border on Transmara, Tanzania, Wagire. This is where I was born in love. I love the area so much that I always connect with the area of birth. Kalere is very beautiful. Basically, I've been in diaspora in Scandinavia, a country known as Norway, which is one of the coldest countries in the world. So it is, I live in Oslo, that's the capital city. Right now it is a winter time where people are freezing from nose to toes, so you dress differently than when you're in Kenya. So sometimes you sneak, even if you're working, you find holidays to go to a holiday home where you are born, because we are in the diaspora. But now, home is always good. So in home, where I am now, it is summer. But there, the people have left, they are freezing. So I love to be changing the climate. Like I said, this is home away from home, because basically I'm from Kisumu, where my family are based. My second home, this is the second home where the area of birth. But you also have a home where God has given you to live from that. If you marry, you become one flesh. So I just want to have a place where I'm from Kisumu, because it must become a city. It's just like as Europe, where I come from. So I don't find peace. So I wanted to remember the past. So we created this area for my children when they travel from Norway. Apart from their home in Kisumu, they can also travel and see culture. Because Kisumu, the culture is disappearing because of it's becoming a city. So it is just like a European city. So when they come to Kisumu, they don't see the difference. They see the tall buildings which they see abroad. So this is where they can see the generation of culture, like the pots hanging here where my mother used to cook, because they don't know, they've never seen those pots. And it's exciting and giving them the spirit of coming back to see the culture, because they only see new things which are not in our culture. We have also, as I said, there's going to be a museum. As you see all these pots, we will have a hut around here. The huts which we are saying in the museum, it's called Luo Kitimbe. that will be brought here. The whole area has no Norway, but they have lost that one. I only see it in Kisumu. So I want to remind the generations here that your culture is very important to carry forward. So we are planning to put some huts here, and A and B, where people can come and sleep and maybe get together with other relatives, because we have a lot of extended relatives. So when we have somewhere, we don't need to have only one house, but there will be some huts around there, and there are one which are called Dero. Dero is a granary where we used to store meals, all cereals. We store them there, then we pick them one by one. So those are generational, the past of they don't have those Deros now, but I saw them when I was growing up. So I loved them, but I want to revive them. A center where they do around here. Those who are forgotten, born after they have disappeared, they will come to see what their grandparents used to have. We have something like maize, dried maize, In these days, we don't have the organic maize. This is how my mother and my grandmother used to hang maize. They dry them, the organic ones. So when they are harvesting, they leave some for the next year. So they hang them and put them where there's a pot, where there's a fire. The fire makes it black so that it doesn't rot. There is no insects that can affect them. So I want to bring back that generation, how you can keep the organic forever, because things are no longer organic. Maize they are doing here is not organic as this one. This is something called par in Kijaluo, but now we call it mat. This is where we used them as beds when we were growing up. I also slept on it without even a mattress. So it reminds it is a traditional past. It still has a lot. If you have a very beautiful compound, you can put it outside and rest and put a mattress right now. So they have not seen, my generation has not seen this kind of mat or par in Kijaluo. So when they come here, they will ask Mama, what is this? Or Grandma, what is this? I said, this is where how I used to sleep on my mother's floor. So you just put it there and just without a pillow. So this is also part of the culture which comes from Lake Victoria. It's just like a weed, just blowing, and then they are very clever to use it as a mat for sleeping. Usually, we wanted to bring back the foods of the past, so that they can have organic. When we travel, we come, like in Kijaluo, it used to call it Kisuma. From Kisumu, you go and bring fruits away from where they can grow well. So here they have various organic fruits and trees, bananas, groundnuts, so that when we come for visits, like home away from home, like in Norway, they have small huts near the ocean, so that when they are fed up with luxury, they can go and rest. So this is a place when we are fed up with Kisumu luxury or diaspora luxury, we come here to relax and eat the fruits, the organic fruits, all types of fruits that we had before when I was growing up, and even the ones of today. So it's a place where you can feel home, you eat the fruits, organic things. You can do what you want and feel free. Yeah, the problem here is too dry. Where I was born and brought up, I've never seen even a borehole. In the whole area here, Kadem or Kaler, usually there are only 2 boreholes in the schools because the water is so deep down. For us to maintain this thing to be very, very progressive or to be very fruitful, we need water. I've tried to make a borehole. It has taken almost a lot of money, almost over 400,000, but we haven't reached water. So it's important now, we have to come up with a solution. How are we going to maintain water so that we can also maintain the fruits and all the grass and the area? It's not easy, although we have this tank here. Tank is not enough. In the future, when we have enough money, maybe we can look for these things. Grab machine that is very powerful, that can go so deep, but that costs a lot of money. Yeah, but at the meantime, we are trying to reach water, but it's not easy in Calais. So the water is very essential for this place to be sustained, to be kept, and the fruits to become very healthy.